Hey, welcome back to Fixing Things. And today, we're back on the Mihal truck. This is looking good, looking good. My last video, we put a Texas style bumper on the truck. And it looks good. Look at that thing. That's a good looking bumper right there. Big, beefy bumper. On today's episode, we're gonna put a custom headliner in the truck. Not only the custom headliner, but it's gonna have a console in it, just like the new modern trucks where you push it and turn the map lights on and stuff. On this episode of Fixing Things with Pastor Bill. Great time of day. It's gonna be a good one today. Yeah, I've been waiting to work on this thing. I can't wait. So, a few episodes back on the Mihal truck, not a few episodes back on Fixing Things, quite a few episodes back, we pulled the headliner out of the truck so that we can pull a big dent out, and we painted the top of the truck, right? Well, the headliner's out, and I got it sitting right here, right now. And here it is right here. Now, I painted it black, figuring I'd just put it back in and I'd be done with it. Actually, I could just put it up in the truck right now and it would be done. Maybe that's what I should do. Nah. But I have extra. If you look at my F350 video of the headliner, I have extra of that headliner material. That's right. And what I'm thinning is, we're gonna mount this overhead console in it. Man, cause I need a place to put my glasses and my registration and stuff like that in there. That's what I need. And plus, man, when I get going on the road, I might need to turn on a light or so. So we're gonna mount this in. This come out of a Chevy Silverado, and it's gonna be a Ford part now. But it's got a lot of wires on it. But when I was looking at the wires here, it only uses 3 of those wires. The rest of the wires are not being used in the plug. So I can cut the rest of those wires off. So this is the original wire off the wiring harness of the truck. So the trucks were designed for, like, if maybe you had special mileage thingies or something could go in this area here. Different things. Maybe you had window adjustments if it was had back windows or something, or a head. What is those things called? Come on now, help me out. Skylight. But this one is just basic, just 2 map lights. So it has a 3-wire setup, a constant hot, a switched hot, and a ground. That's it. I just need to determine which ones are which when we get ready to wire this thing up. And we got to run 1 wire down to the fuse panel so that we can have the constant hot up there at all times. That way, at any time, I can just go. And then if I turn my rear dome light on, these 2 will come on. Because I can tell you, that little dome light that's in the back, what was that? That little dome light that was in the back, I mean, it works. It still works. If I turn the switch on, the dome light comes on. It ain't very bright. So with these 2, now I have extra lights in the Mihal truck. And that's important. Because when you're going down the road and you want to, me and Carol, we're going to be taking this truck right here to Kentucky for the Ford Fest. And my side seat driver, Miss Carol, might need to be telling me how to get there on the map. I don't know. We got cell phones now. Cell phones will tell us how to get there, right? The AI in there is pretty smart. All right, so let's figure out what we're gonna do. So I think we're gonna have to raise this up, make a platform underneath this, curve this into it. So I'm thinking foam or styrofoam, and we'll glue that to the thingamajiggy, and we'll figure out how to anchor this thing in. I may take these off, these snappy teary thingies. I may take these off because I may not need them. And it looks like I got about a 3/4 inch or so distance. So I'm thinking if I raise this up a little bit, and this actually, I don't know, maybe I can fiberglass something in place. Let's see what we're gonna do. All right, so I already kind of put it up there, and it would be fine sitting right like this, and it would also cover up my center screw that holds the headliner in place. I could, and it's held on by one screw here, and I figure if I cut that back, put something behind that, I could actually have something to screw right into, or self-tap and screw right into the metal, as long as it don't come through and come out the front of my truck. That wouldn't be good, right? That wouldn't be good. But this actually turned out really good, but we're gonna make it better. Make it better. So what I'm thinning is, shoot, that's already right. What I'm thinking is something about like that. Looks fairly good on this, and I think if we carve out the inside of this, and I need to take a Sharpie, and I need to get my tape measure, my Sharpie. Yeah, let's get that. So I guess I need to find the center. This is going to be an issue right here, I can tell you. All right. Now it's got these two slots. And I got to figure out a way to make those things mount. And what I'm thinking is put a piece of metal there, and that will put a piece of metal there, and I can make the slots for those two poppet things to pop it onto it. Let's make some impressions. And my light should fit in there good. Right, so that actually fits pretty good right there. So I need to make something that will clip into these. Make a slot in these. With my grinder, doing sketchy stuff. And bend these tabs over. Mount it right to the cardboard. All right, I'm not sure if this is going to work for my application or not, but we're going to give it the old redneck try. Am I marking this on the right side? No. I need the big piece on the bottom, right? Got my glasses on. We're doing sketchy stuff. Let's go see what we got done. Here's my duck. She's laying eggs everywhere. All right, so what I'm thinking is, this goes right in here-ish. Kind of like that. Like that. And these should pop. Oh, it pops into place. Maybe the holes are okay. Perfect. Okay, I also put a zinc coated washer right here because we're going to fiberglass that piece, all this down in there now. So we should be able to take this out. And slide it back in. And this piece should mount right on top of that. Now we just gotta let that set up. Take the sander to the edges and round it off a little bit. All right, so we got this thing pretty shaped up, but this little pocket thingy also comes down below that just by like a ½ inch. So we need to cut a hole here to accommodate that pocket. Don't want to set that on there yet. Let me see. This thing is so here's the curve we gotta have. Maybe it will take some of the curve out. Quarter-inch bracket. I'm thinking if we cut this away, we'll eliminate 90% of that. We do the same thing to this side. All right, after grinding it, you can see it's a lot more closer and flatter. And I think we can make that up with the fabric. We can even put a trim around it if we have to. I think we're going to be pretty good. So I'm using Loctite spray adhesive, high performance, for wood, metal, acrylic, foam, fabric, polyurethane, and PVC. I probably need to put something heavy on there and we'll let that set. All right, here's my my pigtail. I'm gonna go ahead and cut some shrink tube and put it on there. Put my glasses on so I can see. And I have determined that my orange wire is my red wire. Well, this is my hot wire and this is my switch wire. That's what it is. Guess I should have warmed this up a little bit. here we go. A little bit hot. We should make a nice little wiring harness out of this a little bit, since both of these wires are going to be run together. We'll get some electric tape. Alright, now it's time to put the headliner material on it. So you want enough to wrap it around, all the way around. And we do. Alright, so we got this pretty squared up. I'm going to be using the Super 77 instead of the Loctite. I didn't like the way it was not being tacky. So first thing we're going to do is roll this stuff in half. And we're going to spray everything through here. Shake, shake, shake. And what we want to do is gently pull it over, but not pulling it tight. Anywhere you push it down, it's stuck. And you're going to try to work it from the center. Okay, now we're going to pull it back this way. And we're going to spray this side, and then we're going to do this. I got to get the glue off my hands a little bit. We're going to flip it over, but I think we should go ahead and cut our holes in. Let me wash my hands. All right, so we know there's a screw hole here. All right, now we'll flip it over and see what we got to do to the other side. It's not exactly the right color. All right, I think it's time to get the headliner in before I run out of light. Matches the trim on the seats. All right, so we got to get the wires through. I left the trim up on the far side. Not so sure I can do this by myself. Maybe I can get the center bolt up in there first, the center screw. There we go. All right, now I gotta get the wire through there. Wherever the hole is at. Oh. That thing went through there before. No, no. Come on. Now I got a saggy headliner. This is definitely not a one-man job. Oh, now I can't see. Need my light. Perfect. Guess I'll start working with the trim on this side. We'll take this thing back out to hook the ground up in a minute. All right, it's the next day, and I got the headliner in last night. It was getting really dark. I was dropping screws. Some of them are out here on the ground somewhere. I gotta get a magnet out here and don't want to run over them. But I got it up in there. Lost some of the screws. I had to put some of the panhead screws type in it. But I think it looks pretty good. I need to get those stickers off of the sun visors. But now I don't know if I made the video or not. But I got my wire run. It's hooked into the wiring system. I spliced into the light circuit. So when the light has power, that has power. Jigging. So that color definitely matches the color on the seats here. I don't know what the heck. Clean that up. And I'm thinking on the door panels, I'll put some color stuff on it also, so it got kind of a black tan look to it. But definitely, you can see how dirty. Probably never ever was washed. Shame on me. See if we can get this thing up in there. All right, first thing we should do is plug this joker in. Might have to put some of my black edging. Oh. Fix that. It ripped the button apart. Definitely not my day. All right, so when the console fell out of the ceiling, the little switch blew apart and flew everywhere. It's been a couple hours. I found all the parts. Oh, it was a miracle. Thank you, Lord. I don't deserve it. I don't deserve it. So I went ahead so the switch don't blow apart again, and I put some zip ties around both switches after I got the switch. You have to figure out, there's like 4 different little dinky parts in there that's got to be put together. So instead of trying to put a screw all the way through here, I'm going to put a bracket that comes over, and I'm going to cut this thing off flush and then put a screw into the bracket. That's what I'm going to do. So let me find a piece of metal. I can slide it up underneath this piece of trim, come over here, and we'll screw it right to it. I may paint it. I don't know. Let me go see if I can't find a bracket, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I made me a little bracket. I screwed it in with this screw, came over, and this screw here screws into that bracket right there. It's not too bad. I didn't have any beige paint, so I painted it black. One day I'll take it down. I got to take all this trim down anyways and clean it up. But let's test it. So we got to turn on the lights. My rear light is on. Now you can just turn the map light on. I love this truck. I love this truck. And that headliner, man, it looks good. You know it looks good. I mean, that's not bad for my first attempt of custom headliner. My headliner in my truck, man, it looks, whew. Go back and see that video. Hey, I love this truck. Man, I love this truck. We're getting ready to take this truck to this year to the Holly Ford Fest. I think it's going to be in Kentucky. I think it's in September. Whatever. I'm not a celebrity. Anyways, man, look at that bumper, the tilt front end, big giant pickup truck. Custom interior is on its way. You say, what is next, Pastor Bill? Well, what's next is we're going to finish. I got lots of parts already in for this truck. So please, please, please like and subscribe. I've spent lots of money on my YouTube channel getting things done. Not that I wouldn't do it anyways, but I can tell you I do things a lot faster because I try to get out 2 videos a week, and I only have 2 days to do it in. So this week I did my daughter's minivan, fixing that, and it's done. All she got to do is wash it. Maybe I'll wash it. And also the custom headliner, which came out good. So please like and subscribe. Hit that notification button. Remember, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Man, that headliner looks good. Man, that switch blew apart. Oh, it took me 2 hours to find all the little pieces in the cab. Good thing everything stayed in the cab. The button works good. I put some zip ties on it now so it don't fly apart anymore. Goodness gracious. The Meatball truck. Hey, God bless you. I'll see you on the next one of Fixing Things with Pastor B. Yeah, it's good.